Well, hey there, welcome to Tarot to Tea. Today we're going to do a mid-month reading, August 2022 mid-month reading for the sign of Capricorn. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So let's see what we can dig up here for Capricorn mid-August 2022. What message does Capricorn need to hear for August mid-2022, please? Okay, we got two cards that came out with that. That's good. A couple more, please. Okay, now, cards of advice. Cards of advice for Capricorn and what we're looking at for mid-August 2022. Oh, that's a convoluted mess right there, but I think I figured that out. Okay, a couple more cards of advice, please. Oh, the fish are flying. Okay, one more. Okay. Straight and to the point. Let's get to it. Jack of Diamonds, 3 diamonds. You got something going on with your abundance, your success in matters of career, or just like your finances are at the forefront here. Oh, we have another Pentacles / diamonds. We have the 2 of diamonds. You might be actually reaching some kind of balance and harmony in that area. Oh, 10 of spades, some kind of major ending, like a end of a cycle. Not just any old ending, but something major that has kind of wrapped up in your life. And geez, you have another major ending card of a cycle completing. This is actually the card of good news and travel. Wow. Since Pentacles is at the forefront here with the Jack of Diamonds, 3 of diamonds, and the 2 of diamonds, I'm going to think this has something to do with a career that has ended, some kind of job, maybe some kind of side gig, some kind of adventure that involved an investment where you were counting on returns. The travel aspect of this completion card does not have to be physical. This can be mental or emotional. Perhaps there was an emotional or mental shift. But I think there's some element of relief with it, honestly. That's what I'm picking up. The Jack of Diamonds is, honestly, it's the card of kind of being out of your element, being inexperienced in some area, whereas the 3 of Diamonds involves some kind of third element or person. It's not necessarily a person, right? It's just like outside influences maybe that have caused you to let go of something, probably not willfully. This lost card, I'm pointing at it with my pinky while I'm holding these, but the lost card is about unexpected losses, severe disappointment in some area. I'm just picking up career and finance, that kind of thing. Maybe you lost a large amount of money and you just had to accept the loss there. But for some strange reason, it's actually bringing about harmony and balance in this area. I don't know, maybe you had unlimited resources for a while and that's dried up, but strangely it's bringing some kind of balance to your life in that area. Like, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting like, now that you don't have the unlimited income or pile of money or whatever it was, you are putting on the brakes and you're spending more wisely, you're budgeting, whereas before maybe you weren't. Especially with this 3 of diamonds having the outside influence. and not knowing how to handle it. It's kind of like the Jack is also kind of the card of immaturity, not like in a bad immature sense, but just like lack of experience. I always tend to look at it like that. But the 3 of diamonds that came out on that, like I said, talks about some kind of third element influencing you. Could be a person. Let's not rule that out. I just didn't see any people really pop out here. But the 3 of diamonds is also about some kind of, like, something needs to be cleared up financially. Because there's like uncertainty and confusion around it as well. So let's see what else we can pull out for Capricorn's 2 major wrapped up cycles here. I mean, I'm literally, because I'm still looking at the 2 tens here, I'm literally getting that there was a major loss and disappointment, but you're moving on from that. I think that's what the travel element of the 10 of clubs is saying, that you're moving on swiftly from that. So you're gonna, like, I'm hearing get up, dust yourself off rather quickly. This is not something you're gonna hang on to, this loss, because it's bringing about some balance that needed to happen probably. And here's the 2 of spades. So this is about some kind of ending. Usually this is like a rift between people. Maybe the job ending corresponded with losing, not friendship, that wouldn't exactly fit, it wouldn't be appropriate in the workplace, but you had a disagreement or a falling out. And so you have this separation. The separation could also, again, be the loss. Because both those cards, the spades, the 2 of spades and the 10 of spades, is about loss. And yes, of course, separation, because you're away from something. I mean, not to state the obvious, but that's usually what loss involves. And the Queen of Diamonds. This actually could be you, or a Taurus. This is an earth sign energy. It's a person, possibly, or it's an energy that you are embodying. A queen, I tend to look at as being dominant and authoritative, as a king would be, just in a different manner. They usually have a different approach. It's more gentle and not aggressive, right? It came out on this 2 of spades, so whatever separation occurred, I think this is you embodying the Queen of Diamonds in that you're taking control of your finances in some way, or finances are looking more favorable despite the loss. Interesting. Very interesting, Capricorn. How you could have both going on at the same time, but apparently it involves that. Anything else? Of course. 5 of diamonds, changes in your finances, and damn good ones. As a result of all the stuff we just talked about, major losses, things coming to a close, like some kind of cycle or cycles coming to a close, and balances in harmony in your financial area, and the separation here is going to result in natural changes that will come about, and it's going to change the way you treat your finances for sure. This doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a windfall, okay? But it's an exchange, and like you're exchanging something. A job for another job, or you're just kind of like, it's like you're turning in an old way of living into a new way of living, because this is about approaching finances differently. And it's positive. There's no negative here. It's not like, oh, you're going into this deep hole, this financial hole, because we actually have a lot of diamonds out here. So I think as a natural course of things, if I didn't already say that, I think I did, or I was thinking it, these losses, this closing out is going to result in some kind of change in your finances for the better. Just not seeing like a windfall, not like getting like the stimulus check card or the windfall card, or like you're sitting pretty on a hill of money card. Let's look at your cards of advice. 3 of clubs. Okay, so there's still going to be some strife, but in particular, it's about, the 3 of clubs is about needing to fight for something. Maybe to continue on this path of improving the finances? Yeah, because you're on a new start with the Ace of Hearts. Whatever you've done here is actually going to follow more in the path that your heart really wants. It's going to be more aligned with you. I'm hearing alignment. You're going to be more in alignment with what you need to be doing right now. Whether it may not appear that on the outside. I'm hearing that. It may not appear... It may not appear to you or occur to you that you're on the right path, but you're actually beginning the right path. Okay, does that make sense? 5 of Hearts, yes. Change of heart, therefore some kind of separation. This could represent the separation that we just talked about here with major cycles and endings in the area of career, jobs, businesses, whatever. But this is the card of separation. In the line of advice, if it hasn't occurred already, I guess it's advising to be on the lookout for that. I just generally don't see hearts as a negative thing, even though separation sounds very negative. It's just like, it's very much on an emotional level, so it can also talk about relationships and how the relationship is separating in some manner. It does not mean literally like a divorce. In this context, I wouldn't look at divorce. I would just look at in the sense that your relationship to finances or whatever ended here is obviously changing. 2 of clubs, but it's going to result in this balance. Again, these 2s are usually about partnership, but and balance and harmony in some way. But this is actually the need for some kind of communication to occur. I didn't see much in here about relationship, but there's an indication that you need to communicate something to someone. Could be to yourself. You need to be more clear about what you want, because you're still going through this struggle. At least for the time being, that's what it's saying. Expect you're going to go through the struggle. This just flew out while I was talking. Okay, this is the challenges around work and career card. A lot of stress. There's a need for stepping back and gaining some kind of perspective, whether you need to figure out what you want to do. I'm kind of getting an inkling that you need to figure out what you want to do. But it could also be just stepping back and taking a break. Not like you need to like move mountains and suddenly change course, although we do have the new start here, so that could be on the table. But I think in the line of advice is it's saying you're leaving that stress behind, which is a very good sign. And this is challenging for sure, so yeah, challenges around work. And then you have the 6 of clubs, which talks about you're on the road to higher pursuits in the area, usually of personal growth. But it can be literally anything under the sun, but you have new opportunities coming up as a result of advancing from this challenge around work, career, take it how it fits your situation, excuse me. But this is a very good card because the path, like I said, I think this is the right path. Even though it may not appear you're headed down your heart's desire, you may be grudgingly going down this path saying, okay, I give up, I have to do this. But ultimately it's the right path, and this is the card of personal growth and going on to bigger and better things, honestly. In the end, it just like I said, I keep getting that you're not really seeing that as the case. That is like the farthest thing from your mind, that you're headed down towards something bigger. I think you feel like you've lost something huge here with this 10 of Spades. But you are moving on, and yes, look at this. Again, we have the card of sweet, sweet financial abundance here. This is the stimulus check card. This isn't a line of advice. I think you're headed that way, Capricorn. Honestly, came out on the card of new opportunities. Doors will appear that weren't there before. Paths will appear. Suddenly you'll say, oh, there's a path I never saw before, because it wasn't there before. Because of a series of events. I was going to say unfortunate events that appeared unfortunate. Blessing in disguise. I'm hearing that. Blessing in disguise. This came out on the card of new opportunities and pursuing higher goals. And that both of these came out on the card of leaving behind stressful work situations. So whatever you were doing, career-wise, work-wise, business-wise, it wasn't working. It was leading to too much stress. That is crystal clear to me. You're having to leave it behind. You're having to let go of it. You felt it as a huge loss. But you're on this new start, and that's actually where you need to be. This is where your heart is telling you to go, and you are in the right. You are on the right path. That is like the theme of this reading. You're on the right path. It just didn't appear that way to you. I think that was the meaning behind this reading, is to let you know that although things changed unfavorably for you, it's the right thing to do. Sometimes, unfortunately, in life, I think that's what we're dealt, and we don't see the bigger picture. We think we do, but we don't. There's forces at work that see far beyond what we can imagine or perceive. So keep the faith with that you're on the right path. Sorry about this loss, but you have wrapped up 2 cycles, and whenever you see those cards, just realize that's done. You're not going to go back to that place. So you've already been there, you visited, been there, done that. It's done. It's closed. It's not going to linger. And you're headed towards this. This is, I don't think I even mentioned, this is a stimulus check card. You're going to have finances available. And the 9 is about completing some kind of journey to get to that place. Does it make sense? So let these opportunities come up for you, okay? And leave this stressful work situation behind. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm feeling very, very confident that was what was supposed to come across in this reading. Okay. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and would like to see when the next reading comes out, I'm not making promises for bonus readings this month. Just feeling it may not happen. It may, though. It may. I'll just put them out there if I can get to them. But if you hit subscribe notifications, you will see when the next video comes up. How about that? It's a win-win. Take care until I see you again.